Huddersfield Town Football Club have been established for over 100 years. Nicknamed the Terriers, the Yorkshire-based side play their home games at the Galpharm Stadium, where the club have experienced great successes throughout the years. Recently, the club celebrated a 43-match unbeaten run in the league, a rare but memorable achievement for all football fans to appreciate and one to be especially proud of coming from my own hometown. Kirklees Local TV took a trip to the home ground to find out what this achievement meant to the club.
The achievement is that, it's in the record books, no one can take that away from you. We're unbelievably proud of what we've done, but ultimately we need to back that up with being successful in terms of a promotion as well. Yeah. So, the run's all well and good, but we need to get to the next level, and that would be the great sense of achievement for us.
It's a proud moment, not just for me, but for the players, the club, and manager, everything to do with it. It's been a fantastic achievement.
The first game at Carlisle, we'd had an indifferent spell just before, and we wanted to start picking up some results. We started with a draw that day, and then went on a run of wins, which was something we wanted, but we only ever took it one game at a time.
Speaking of the game at Carlisle away from home, you scored the first goal in that game, which triggered off, the unbeaten run. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it was great. I scored the goal that put us 1-0 up and gave us an impetus and a start in that game. It was nice to get a goal, obviously, and I'm not sure whether it was the most important goal I've ever scored, but as I say, it started us on that run and one that went on a hell of a long time.
I was keen to learn more about the success behind this tremendous achievement and where it all first started for the club.
1908, established in a hotbed of rugby league, because the rugby league that was called the Northern Football Union at that time was in fact established in Huddersfield in 1895. The Association Football Club came into being 13 years later. So it was very difficult for them because the rugby club were an established club with a good support.
In terms of the unbeaten record, a fantastic run from Huddersfield Town. But previously, what was the best era for the club?
Well, the 1920s, undoubtedly. 1920s. They were recognised as certainly the best team in Britain, and probably at that time the best team in the world. And in 1920, the second division side, Huddersfield Town, reached the FA Cup final and won promotion. So from that moment onwards, we didn't have to look for any further to establish a good support base.
And who was the manager at the time when the club first started?
Well, we hitched our wagon to a star, really, a couple of years later, in that we got Herbert Chapman to the club. Herbert Chapman was the first modern great manager, and he was a great innovator. And after Chapman came, we won the English Championship 3 times in a row, from 1923 to 1926. The first club to do so. 3 other little clubs have also done that since. Arsenal in the 1930s, Liverpool in the 1970s, and Manchester United a few years ago. So we're in good company.
I could feel my connection with Huddersfield Town Football Club growing stronger. I felt privileged to learn the club has such a rich history, and the current squad of players representing my own hometown made me feel even more proud of this unique achievement by the club. How did you maintain the motivation with the players?
Because they're all winners. Because they want to be successful, they want to play at a higher level, and ultimately the bottom line is would never want to have that losing feeling when you come in a dressing room. In professional sport, to be a loser is the worst feeling in the world.
I mean, looking back at the run, there's a valiant effort from the team, but were there any outstanding players, individuals, who you thought, you know?
No, not really. I think it goes down to the whole squad. Over the 43 games, probably used numerous players, and they all made a massive contribution. Obviously some players take the plaudits in the media, etc. But you know, to have a run like that means that all the players are playing to a consistent level.
Right, Dean, a fantastic run Huddersfield Town have been on, 43 league games unbeaten.
Yeah.
As the chairman of the club, what does that mean to yourself?
I think it means a lot. You know, I think football's about history, it's about tradition, and just like, you know, when we had Dennis Law here in the 50s, people still talk about him now, and it's like the unbeaten run. You know, hopefully this will be remembered for years to come.
Looking back at the run and in comparison to the promotion to the Championship, which one means more significant to yourself?
It's got to be promotion, to be honest. I think, like I say, you know, these runs are fantastic. You know, winning 6-0 away at Wycombe is fantastic, but ultimately mean nothing if you don't achieve your ultimate goal. You know, we've had a fantastic 2011. You know, you look at it as a season, unbelievable, but we failed to get promotion. We're going to push the boat out a little bit more this year, and hopefully the players will do it. You know, I believe in 100% that we'll get there.
Like many Huddersfield Town fans out there, I am certain we share a vision for this club to be successful and ultimately gain that all-important promotion to the Championship. To really connect with the club, I wanted to know what they had to say. Did we all want the same fate for Huddersfield Town Football Club, or were we quite the opposite? Looking back at the unbeaten run and missing out on promotion, which one would you have preferred then?
Our promotion all day long.
All day long.
I'd scrap the unbeaten run if I could guarantee we're getting to the next level. You know, that's the ultimate aim, and that's what we're all about.
We broke a record, we went on a fantastic run, but hopefully now we can go on and gain promotion. Otherwise, you know, that run will be insignificant really in the bigger picture of things.
I think what's important for me is to leave a legacy at this club that regardless of what happens on the field, then we do the right things off the field. You know, Huddersfield's a great town, Kirklees is a fantastic borough, and we want to make sure we're in the middle of the community. We're doing fantastic things with charity, and we're helping lots of people, and ultimately those fans rewarding us by coming through the gate. So it's a win-win situation, but we really want to do things, you know, away from the club as much as we do on the pitch as well.
It's been very good, but the 1920s, you've got to remember we were playing at the highest level in the 1920s.
Yeah.
We're now in the third tier of English football, and it's not very nice being in the third tier, being a big club like Huddersfield Town in the third tier. But we will get out sometime. The unbeaten run is behind us now. We've got to go 43 matches with plenty of wins.
What did you make of the unbeaten run, the 43 league game unbeaten run?
It was fantastic, considering a lot of the games were very, very close. Could have got beat, could have won some of the games, but any team that goes 43 games unbeaten, tremendous, yeah. I
was quite impressed, but I think they could have done better.
I was enjoying it while it went on, but I think we needed to get it over and done with and get back to trying to win games.
I wish they could have gone a little bit further. I just hope they can win today and go a little bit further up the league.
I think it shows how dedicated the town players are to their fans, and it shows how hard working they are. You know, every day just training and in the matches it shows.
It was a good achievement. The only thing, I think it took a little bit of focus off winning, and I think there was more emphasis on not losing. So, you know, we had a great run, but we didn't get promoted last year, and that was disappointing. But it was a good achievement, and we're in the record books, but we just need to crack on now and get some points.
Absolutely fantastic experience for the club, for the fans. Really good.
Any messages you'd like to tell Lee Clarke?
Just get us up this season and then again next year.
He's a good manager, but he needs to play the right team sometimes.
I did write to him and tell him I didn't like all the coloured boots.
And finally, do you have a message to the fans, all the Huddersfield Town supporters out there?
Yeah, we really respect what they do for us. They play a massive part. They're just as important as the players, as me and my staff. In fact, they're more important because they can change the mindset of the players. They can back them. We've got a young squad, and they need a lot of help. And the fans, and they give that terrific backing that they've got, really drive the players on. So continue to do that, and we'll hope to give them something that they can be proud of.
I found there was a great deal of optimism coming from this club, and the desire to be more than just a football club in connecting with its fans, families and the surrounding communities. My experience left me with high spirits. The positive efforts combined with the club's shared ambitions left me with the feeling that Huddersfield Town are a special football club to me and are heading towards a promising future.
5 years' time, who knows? I've been in this, watching this game too long to predict anything like that. The only way, hopefully, is up.